There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We judge it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. Blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The project is giving us care and the promise of death. The work with my life without care.
I lyrical
Master.
Clear Paris, who make you I can't ask it if you bring you. Say my chestnut, I can't ask my yamo. And he's a no money, and more I know. And he love
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I Guinea, ya to money. And I Sadia, ya to money. And I Conakry, ya to money. And I Codoboy, ya to money. And I Guinea, ya to money. And I Sadia, ya to money. And I Conakry, ya to money. And I Codoboy, ya to money. And I forget now, ya to money. That's the baby. And I forget it now. Cause you walk on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We talk about podcasts and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Qualified people who willing to serve. The blessing our time and our efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving are real and I promise my best. To work with my life without fear. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Cape Mount, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.
In the Sktv, we are the best in Liberia. Again, Sktv, we are the best in Africa. That's why we bring you all of the happening, all of the gist. Sometimes you see some of these things. Sometimes when we gist you feel that, oh, the guy, they always want to bring out news. Some of the news sometimes it will take time before the news come to fruition, and that's the job. Sometimes we'll be telling you that allegedly we're getting your confirmed reports, we're getting this, we're getting that. But at the end of the day, guess what? Some of the news will come out and it will be right to your doorstep. Folks, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. Based on your location, please help us share the show. Those of you who are watching, those of you who are following us this evening. For a matter of fact, to the 27th of February, the second month, one more day to go. And we'll be saying bye-bye to the month of February, even though the month of February comes with yellow machines. All of us will be in yellow. Those of you who are watching, if you go beyond my, in fact, yes, on my page, you will see there I'm all in yellow. So you will see that yellow. Everything is yellow. I don't know whether it's invisible 11. People keep saying that it's invisible 11, the IE. Yeah, yeah. Even though for me, I really love the ISO dear to my heart, but I don't know that the whole entire machine business going to be about the IE. But again, people, help us. I'm sharing the link around quickly to our team. Yeah, let me see how best to share the link around to our team so they'll be able to come on quickly. But the entire team will be here this evening and the show will be interesting. Let me see quickly how this video from the market women. I think that's somewhere around the Uminga market. And when we say this thing, people think that we are joking. Yeah, and another video is that video of photos from River G County, where we in fact, where the students are all around, sitting, for no flag pole, for no flag. If I went off of the flag pole, nothing. But we celebrating yellow machines. the most easier thing to teach the children. No wonder why people don't even know their own county. Some people don't even know the demarcation. People don't even know. Look, they left teeth up on the Spoon Network when the Spoon CEO was teaching one of our colleagues about some of the demarcations, locations, capital city of some of the counties. And it was like a joke. She could not easily, tell the locations of the counties, where the county begin, where the county ends, or even the capital city. We're sitting down here, we're thinking that it's joke. Just imagine, that girl was brave to say that, in fact, she went to Buchanan, but she haven't visited Grand Bassa County. Anyway, share the show. When we say anything like joke, you're giving people dues. They all don't want that dues. Yeah, man. Yeah, but share the show, people. We're giving people titles. We're giving them dues.
So you just listen to what Africa said. If this situation is I'm taking away here to extend their focus to show that the government swiftly intervene in the situation. My name is Roland James. This is the Ellen building in the Omega market commercial.
He said he went for the poor people only today. So now they are just telling my brother. I'm saying that to every banana washing. I'm saying that they're going to go because I don't say. And I took nothing to him. I just spoke over for the group. So you know when they say the truth, they want money. He money can't be with it. Money can't be with our money. Money who gain the money to enter the time. Let's get people. When people are tired, so tired. Then people get they are parenting so for me to let time. He channel is a super general. He has been a money to the occasion. I just let you ready to tax to it. Like he's saying to them, like he's not money. And the connector, and the soldier on the feet of him. So that they go here, and then 2 million and a half for him, and then 2 million and a half for element. 2 million and a half. My kids, they are well on it. I can live from that boy and rest people in Ghana.
All right, I made $2 million. That's good. So that means the government is making money, but our people continue to live in urgent poverty. When we talk, just say we hate. You listen to the woman? She make $2 million for the Liberia Marketing Association. Where the money is going? Because the system is corrupt and terrible. So even I'm here, maybe I won't be Marketing Association president. Let me get rich too. They're going to belong to all of us. One person will not continue to enjoy. If you go to the transport setup, the same thing. If you go, so the politicians, they just give all of the loophole and say, look, you can do anything you want to do because we too on top there, we are also stealing. So you people down the line, you can steal and put your people into more poverty. That's good. Why not we stick this here? My colleague, help us share the show. People, those of you who just joining. It's 10 minutes past 6. That's the time check. Steve, my brother, good evening, Chairman. What's up?
Good evening, Melbourne. Good afternoon to everybody else. Good day, folks. Today's another good day to be alive. With a lot to cover. Let's share the show. What is social, political? You know us. We don't. We can dress back. A lot of things to discover. Maybe Monk will join us at some point. To our Muslim brothers and sisters still fasting, we want to say keep it up, folks. Keep it up. We pray God's speed and strength for you to go through the time of fast. I think it's 2 weeks now, either 2 weeks that they're in. They're headed to the third week or so. I think it's the second or the third week they're in now. But we are also keeping you guys in our thoughts and our prayers as we go through this time. Folks, let's share the show. Let's share the show. We got important things to talk about. Very, very serious things. So let's share the show. The government, like Sekou would say, the government has been behaving very unstable. As always, the Liberian people are the most important people on earth, and the Liberian women are the most beautiful women on earth. No, the government might eat show on you again. Those government officials, most of them are bona fide, certified liar like Joseph Boakai, especially from the Unity Party arm. Today, you're not hearing wrong. They fool you. They brought tankers. They come into the gas. They fool you. We told you. Those of you who are thanking the government for bringing yellow machine, you can't close up. The show will be hard to they don't even check. No. That other video, I'll send you play that video quickly while we want me.
Which one the tanker video or which one the video now? Because
play the tanker video quickly. Let's get to the issue. Let's get to the issue.
We're thinking about how to solve our problem.
Oh Lord. Your father inside. So criminals. Criminals.
So they are uttering. Never tell them to work. So they are uttering. You're never said it, but now it's come to Joseph. It's like a bragger now. You're controlling people. Now, it's the people say the blood is like a yellow machine to clean our road. We do not say they will bring a gas tank like a timber out to be one, sell the gas. Because so gas timber and so passing it's not a yellow machine.
No, thank you. They're laughing. I think there is a joke. They're laughing. No, as funny as they sound, you guys are issues.
No, Steve, please, I beg you, Chairman. You say so what?
So think us the bro. Don't bother gay or Kali yet. That only think of bunch of old thing in the bro. No, play the other video where they facing the new tanker. Where they God.
Which one are they facing the new tanker again?
The one they facing the tanker, face that one, pull it that one.
Okay, the one that they facing the tanker.
Yeah, people will get video. Can I also say that people who saw it there live, even men who can stammer, you can say stammer in a process.
Yeah.
Even the men who can talk clear, I can see.
Yeah, the men want to talk. Yeah, they can really want to talk everything.
The men who are you.
Yeah, the men saying that sort of tanker instead of the yellow machine or in fact the F moving equipment. Let me see quickly what I get this video you're talking about here.
Let me send it to you quick so you can be on the top. I'll send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
I resend it now.
Photos, you're talking about the machine or the tanker? Which one?
I mean, the one you got on it ready. I seen it in the back in there. play that one.
Oh, let me see.
Please.
But who are my people? Look, you play help us share the show, people. Those of you who are watching, those of you who are also listening, help us share the show. This country will get better, and Liberia will get better. No matter what our politicians want to do, how they want to manipulate things, we will get better one day. One of these days we'll get better. But this is what you call it.
Somebody on the car.
Let me see. Okay.
And they thank God the Facebook. They knew
somebody on the car. Okay. Let me
Yeah,
get
Yeah, they ain't on the car.
crappy.
Yeah, they ain't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they ain't.
Yeah, okay.
They ain't fixing the car. It's fixing the. You gotta go for that. Go for that. Now you say go try it.
Let's try it.
Oh Lord. No more. The new thing what about bread.
Well, my brother, the same thing with the buses. When they said to us that the buses were brand new, here and there, we start to ourselves. There was some factory, sometimes, in fact, let me be frank, there was some reaction. Some of them say, oh, if you can born baby today, the baby can die. Can you imagine, try to defend the wrong, yeah.
I beg you, Chief, can you do us a favor? Let's play 2 to 3 minutes or at most 5 minutes of this video I just sent you, the one I just sent you, Jenna. Even though this guy is talking about Nigeria, but this is a total application to us, Africans, especially Liberians. I just sent it to you. It's the video I just sent it to you right now. This
what I'm doing,
folks, I want you guys to listen to this guy before we get into the discussion for today. I want you guys to listen to this guy. This guy used a word that is so realistic and factual that when I listened to him yesterday, I said, wow. This guy in this video talks about how ignorance have been weaponized to the point where some of you will come with your own go you for us. But some of you will not stop saying the truth. Because the truth of the matter is we're not saying it for you today. These truths that we say here, they will remain forever. They will remain. And that's what gives some of us the courage to continuously come on the show, to say the truth, to continue to point out the wrongs. That's where we get our courage from. This is troubling. This is embarrassing. And if we criticize the same thing with CDC or honor CDC, then we have rights to criticize the same thing with Unity. It can be different standard for Unity Party. And any other party that takes over after Unity Party, it will not be different standard from them if they do the same things. Imagine a whole nation, your state, the nation premiers university, still trying to figure out who is the deuce for the school. What kind of backwards? I don't understand, man. Look, man, this is troubling. But anyway, let's bring Monk on really quick. Melbourne, that video, you got it?
Yeah, so quickly before that video, let me just say this. I'm getting this report coming from District number 7, Steve. I think this is one of the maybe the news, the Saturday breaking news. So let me just pass through quickly before more come on. I'm getting a report that unconfirmed report that most of our county District number 7 former Representative Solomon Claudio George is dead. That's the news I'm getting, unconfirmed though, but I'm getting these reports coming from District number 7 that Solomon George, one tough talking Solomon George, who also on the back of the former president George Weah, is dead. That's the news we're getting, people. But go ahead.
Let's welcome Monk to the show as you play that video quickly so we can all delve into the conversation. Monk, welcome to the show. What's up, my man? Happy Friday. Monk, you there?
You guys hear me?
Yeah, we hear you now.
Wow. Great to be here. Today's Friday, last day for the week, because we don't have scheduling now for Saturday. So we'll wrap up the week on a Friday, and that's a good thing, I think, for Sktv, but we okay. Maybe when you said what happened to Solomon George, you say he's dead?
Yes, indeed. That's the latest news I'm getting from District number 7. I keep receiving this information that Melbourne be aware that Solomon George of district number 7, we served, I think 2 times, right? Our lawmaker,
Yeah, I think he went
district number 7 is dead.
Wow, the great Solo. You know, Solo can relate. Solo being a street man, he can fit anywhere. He's a troublemaker from basketball days, Central America. I remember when picking in high school, Solo were running things before he got into the whole politics thing. But it's a sad story. But at the end of the day, that's life. We all will go. It's just a matter of time. It's not if we go, it just went. But I hope the story is not true. But if it's confirmed, then my condolences to the immediate and distant relatives and families out there. That's life. We all go. That's all I can say for now. But it's good to be here, guys.
Thank you, Monk. Melbourne, can we please play an excerpt of that video, please? Maybe just a few minutes.
The most courageous and the most fearless lawyer that is still alive in Nigeria today. Some of the things he said in this video, I promise you, not everybody will say it and last more than 24 hours in their house. In fact, he made it clear to Nigerians, forget about elections. The only way to solve Nigerian problem today, tomorrow, and others is through revolution. But listen to exactly, let me not talk, listen to it.
Our country. Has Nigeria happened to you? Oh, it happens to the Nigerian every day. It's just the stage of our consciousness of what is happening to us that differs. Nigeria happens to the Nigerian every day. We seek to prevent Nigeria from happening to us. Sometime in the morning, you find Nigerians waking up and crouching on the floor and praying against all the dangers of the country that they have built. So Nigeria is happening to them on a daily basis. And it happens to me as well. If I had to get up in my house at 4:29 this morning in order to make a court date in Ibadan when I shouldn't even be here in the first place, it begins to tell you about how Nigeria happens to us variously. Every time you have to do something that was not meant to be done, but you have to do it to survive the country in which you live, that is Nigeria happening to you. When you have to get out of your house as early as 5 o'clock in the morning to make your office for 8 o'clock, that is Nigeria happening to you. When you have to pay out of pocket for children's school fees when the education is meant to be free even at primary school level, or these children are going to schools that are best teaching illiteracy and you have to go out of pocket to get good schools, that is Nigeria happening to you. Nigeria happens to the Nigerian on a daily basis. Whether you are poor, rich, members of the ruling class, or one of their victims, Nigeria happens to all of us every day. It's the degree to which we are conscious of what is happening to us that differs from person to person. Degree of consciousness. Yeah, degree of consciousness. What does that mean? You have some nabulists in place of citizens, persons who are sleepwalking through life, perpetually making excuses for their oppressors and ruiners instead of focusing on what is happening to them and how to prevent that from being passed down to the next generation. They would rather make excuses on behalf of those who are ruining their lives. So it's a function of consciousness. If you are unaware of the fact that you are oppressed, you are more receptive to the idea of oppression. But the more aware you become, the more conscious you are, the more you can articulate the condition of the victim, you become a danger to the oppressive system, and you become an irritant to those who have become accepting of oppression. So, in your book, you accepted that there is the weaponization of ignorance. Yeah. The fact that I can identify it is suggestive of the fact that I'm not affected by that weaponized ignorance. The average Nigerian sit down on a daily basis and they are busy consuming news written for them by those who are looking to shape the narrative and focus their attention away from the real issues. They are told that it's the Christians. They are told that it's the Muslims. And these are coming through supposedly credible news channels. You do not have a media that questions any longer. Largely, the Nigerian media has become complicit. So who is teaching anybody?
Thank you.
Weaponized ignorance comes in multiple fashion. Today in Nigeria, you don't have a national curriculum that is known to all. You don't have a national education curriculum that we can interrogate. It comes out piecemeal at the discretion of who.
Thank you, Milbon. Folks, we'll continue to play excerpts of this video as much as we can, on a weekly, daily basis. Milbon, maybe we need to play some of those videos that we played before. Other people just came on, joining us. Let's play the first video.
Yeah, we'll play that video for the second time. There's a line that I want for people to pick up. That little video you just played.
Yeah, no. Can you go back to it? I beg you, please.
That's Liberia right again, and Nigeria is on a bigger scale because of the population size.
That's exactly. Look, when I listened to this guy last night, this guy is speaking directly to us. The level of weaponization.
Persons who are sleepwalking through life, perpetually making excuses for their oppressors and ruiners instead of focusing on what is happening at 5 o'clock in the morning to make your office for 8 o'clock. That is Nigeria happening to you. When you have to pay out of pocket for children's school fees when the education is meant to be free even at primary school level, or these children are going to schools that are best teaching illiteracy and you have to go out of pocket to get good schools, that is Nigeria happening to you. Nigeria happens to the Nigerian on a daily basis. Whether you are poor, rich, members of the ruining class, or one of their victims, Nigeria happens to all of us every day. It's the degree to which we are conscious of what is happening to us that differs from person to person.
Degree of consciousness.
Yeah, degree of consciousness.
What does that mean?
You have some nabulists in place of citizens, persons who are sleepwalking through life, perpetually making excuses for their oppressors and ruiners instead of focusing on what is happening to them and how to prevent that from being passed down to the next generation.
Well, folks, you heard it.
That video is powerful, less than 2 minutes, but the message is deeper. That's why I told me to play for the second time.
But anyway, Mom, before we even get into talking, I beg you, Mom. Melbourne, can you please play the video of us, the thing what I was saying, demonstrating in real life? Can you play the video of how the man brought Tenko, the fool? Oh, God. Does that bother my issue on your again? What? No. Sometimes we'll come on the show and we say Joseph Bagara B-boy, you're getting bad. Joseph Bagara B-boy, you know what I mean? For somebody to lie to you, to kind of power. Then lie to you on your machine level. Pop my boy,
you never tell him to work. The authority. You're never said it, but now it's come to Joseph. It's like a bagger now. You're controlling people. Now, it's the people say the blood is like a yellow machine to clean our road. We do not say they go bring a gas tank like a timber out to be one. Sell the gas. Because sometimes gas timber and are so passing it's not a yellow machine.
Well, folks, right there. No, thank you. Mom. Not can you imagine a man who can stutter at all? Honestly,
the man can read between the line, and the people who should know better can't even pick it up. You know, yesterday before we ended the show, we came up with when Mr. Marlowe called. That's how we came up with the whole theory about the numbers and the machine. Yesterday I posted something. I want for Mabel to put that picture on the screen about the yellow machine. That one can be on the screen that will continue the show. Mabel, I think I sent it to you yesterday, but it read on my page. When they talk about moving machines, yeah, I posted that picture. I want you to put on the screen for the audience to see it. Some people saw it yesterday, but not too many people saw it.
But Mom, what did we do to deserve this? What did we do? What did happen?
That's why we are relegated ourselves to the name of
oh Lord.
Yeah.
Can they man in position already? Yeah. What kind of trouble we see so?
You know, when you listen to policy makers, that's what they call moving machine. That's why I made that post. Yes. But anyway, hold on 1 second. Steve, you can take it for now. So let me pick up this call here.
Well, like I said, I have no clue as to what's going on. I don't know what's going on. But we got some mess on our hands. We got some serious mess on our hands. We have some serious mess on our hands. We keep saying it, and you guys keep joking around with it. We have some serious mess on our hands. So, Melbourne, one more time, more we'll talk about it. Because and just so you know, because you know on Sktv, we don't leave anything with God. We don't do left forget it. We're not on that. We are going to continuously dig behind the whole yellow machine. Your thing say anyway, like you said, and we went as far as getting the other thing that we're not talking about it in public yet. we'll get all information that we need about the yellow machine, and we'll kind of expose it to the labyrinth pool. We're not leaving it with God. We are not leaving it with God. That will not fool everybody. So we'll definitely visit the yellow machine conversation, but Melbourne, I don't know what you, I don't know. The brother who was speaking, the brothers, and not only one couple of people have asserted that, you know, that bunch of tinkers they got going on. So I don't know. Maybe you can help us, Melbourne. I don't know.
Well, yeah. So that, Steve, thank you. I went for a little brief in, brief out, but you are quite correct. So let me say this. I think last evening after the show, I called some of our media colleagues to find out as to what are the machines, what are is all of the machines the government talk about, and also one of them told me was, oh, maybe I think the government will still continue with the transferring of the machines to the Kenware military barrack right there in Kirisburg. So I said, okay, that's good. So on today, I think I forwarded another video to you, and that was
I want you play that video from the Rela market, and I want to cover a point before I can get back to the
I come in monk. Let me just be there. So I forward that video to you in monk, and maybe other people to LNTV went live and carrying, I don't know how many machines that they were carrying today, but then they cut off the live because there was not much attention. So because of that, people were going on their normal business and doing the normal thing, nobody cared anymore. So they call off. Well, I don't know how many pieces of the machines that they were carrying today, but they call off the entire life. And I think I forwarded that to you, but that ended. So at the end of the day, my brother, yes, you know, when you talk about moving equipment and so forth, like my father posted this, and I saw that last evening. I was reading through for some of what we've been doing. All of our research on these things. I think we're gonna be fair, you know. Otherwise, today, if you go back to my profile picture, I'll upload and ask why, or in fact, I don't know what are the politicians, what are they understand that they are the cause or the reason why Liberia is backward, and they don't care. And again, to this video that we just play coming from Nigeria, speak volume. Instead of us holding these politicians accountable, my brother, we are the one presenting them. Even if you don't post, people will be questioning you. Maybe one is the only post that you can post. What you can post about this? Yesterday there was photos, or in fact there were posts from Iboji County yesterday about the school that don't even have a flag, the flag of Liberia. How these children even recognize that indeed they come from Liberia when they don't even know that in fact that Liberia have flag? But when you tell this thing, my brother, people will insult you. People will see that in fact that you from other political party, and they want to say what they want to say. Well, yeah, more. So that's it, brother Steve. For me, well, we're still waiting, and they got who can't even talk good. Just imagine though, they got a lot of things that make sense. Why were these people yesterday that were talking? If you go back to that video, you will listen that you will hear him talking about yesterday. People were talking about everything, but today they say don't talk about everything. You should pick and choose. Pick the good one and forget about the bad one. Now, instead of the yellow machines or the air moving equipment, they brought in sort of tangles. Well, you know,
for me, I wanted to address the little video we played for from the Nigerian guy, and he said something very profound. We'll get to the moving machine and the numbers.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, with Mr. Malokin, but the guy said something very important. He talked about two things. He talked about the degree of consciousness and something we call the weaponization of ignorance. That's what's happening in politics today, and the politicians recognize that in Africa. What he's saying, when he said Nigeria is happening to you, it means that's a condition that we created in our country. We are becoming or testimony to the same condition that we built. You know, people, human beings, they call social animals. The only difference between a human being and an animal is because we have consciousness. Consciousness means your thought, feeling, your emotion, your surrounding. You are totally aware of what's happening to you, so you know how to proceed. The thing about human being is we are able to project into the future, that what we call perception, and then we can go back into the past, we call memory. Animal cannot do that. Animal only respond to the environment that they live in right now. Animal cannot decide how they will build their future, and they can go back in the name of memory. No, only human beings is capable of doing that. That's the only thing that separates human being from animal. Because you get testicles, animal have testicles, you got heart, animal got heart, you got nose, everything except for that higher degree of consciousness. So what the guy is saying, we make excuses for people who are running our life, and what the voters can do every single election. Look at you look at Nigeria, some of the smartest people in the world, some of the most educated people. Melbourne, do you know that there are more Nigerian doctors in Los Angeles than the entire Lagos? That's a statistical fact, that there are more Nigerian doctors in Los Angeles, the city of Los Angeles, than in the entire Abuja and Lagos combined. But these are people that will go to the ballot box on tribal lands, and they will vote in a way that won't reflect the country. That's why he's saying it. And I tell people these days, even in America, the same thing is happening here. The media is not interested in giving news. Melbourne, why do you think we don't have 4,000 or 5,000 people on the daily basis as opposed to Spoon Talk? When you listen to Spoon Talk, do you see them talking about critical national issues? No, it's all about leak, it's all about gossip. But that's what people are attracted to, because that's what the media focus on. Anywhere the group will come, that's why we give them information based on what they need, instead of talking about the critical things happening in society. So when the media is not interested in giving the news, then at the end of the day, the people who are smart enough will weaponize the ignorance of others to their advantage. That's what's happening. Because the right information should be given to people and feeding them every day so they can make better decisions. No, you abandon those information. You want to weaponize it for your own political gain. And who you think will bear the consequences? Because they are in the majority. When we go to the ballot boxes on election day to go and cast our ballot, then we complain about the result. But at the end of the day, we were the one that engineered the destruction of the country. That's what he literally saying. So he just used Nigeria. I think guys will take all the N and put L and make it to be Liberia. But he was talking to us mostly, even though that Nigeria, the only difference the population size, and they are a federal republic. That's all I see. But it's the same thing he's saying over there that relate to Liberia. But anyway, I turn it over to you guys. That's my take on that.
Yeah, more on our video. You know, like I said, we'll do our best to play excerpts of that video as time goes by, and we'll kind of digest the full video. Monk, he talks about how he realized early on the tricks that these guys play. And, you know, for me, politicians will be politicians. My only concern is how the common people have allowed themselves to be weaponized, the ignorance to be weaponized. Watch and see. We'll come on the show. We'll open the lines. Instead of people addressing the issue, they will start attacking me and you. We've never attacked them. We've never said anything. Like yesterday, somebody got there with me and wrote in the comment section why I like to talk down on leaders and I like to insult leaders. Only because I said Bernie Samuka is a convicted pardoned criminal. That is a truth.
Yeah, he will convict in court.
So what is the insult? What is the disrespect there? The truth is the truth. So I mean, I don't understand, but it's part of the weaponization of ignorance. They gave you scratch card, and you read on somebody's post, you attack them, you know, and you think that's life. Like, life is bigger than that. But when you look at it for truth, we say these things over and over. The people then who's sending you to kind of attack people and disrespect people, go check their children, go check their family.
Yeah.
Go check how they live. The last time I checked, you never one day saw Joseph Braga on Facebook arguing with anybody. You see it. You're not seeing it. It's not going to happen. You ain't see Joey's son do that. But the brainwash you, the weaponize you to the point where you feel that you got to come and protect your political leader, or you got to protect this party or protect this one. Can you imagine somebody making a statement like the party is supreme? You make any sense?
Yeah, it's supreme in the country.
You yourself.
Yeah.
You know what you're trying to say when you say the party is supreme? Do you understand the implication?
Yes.
You feel your birthright in your soul. When we say these things, they get there with us. They get pissed off. They say you're cursing them. Just to enlighten you, to bring you to your senses, to tell you, look, wake up. You are bigger than this. Don't allow other people to use you while they benefit. The people that you're making excuses for. I think we have to ask when they check their children and see. They're living large. They're living big. And they are enjoying. So we want to see for you too. That's what we come on the show to talk about, because we want to see what you feel like it's unfair. Well, because you're brainwashed and they try to weaponize you, they post small scratch car on your. I see grown men to be calling Jefferson Koji and other people there. Like, I don't understand. Like, you get somebody like Bill Twari calling himself Bakubet Jr.
Yeah.
All these things. Your brain is not working. No disrespect, but that's just the truth. So, I mean, no, but I don't know what you say, but this is. I love this video and I've been listening to it. And
yes, Steve, from all indications, let me be friend with you today. Like I said, once upon a time, I don't know whether some of you can say record. I think that was 2024. I said this, that some of us, we even lost family members just because of our critical STEM, the issue, the way we decide to go with life. You know, sometimes, Steve, for me, that's why sometimes when I ask my questions, sometimes you people can be like, for me, I don't let too much politics into issues. Like yesterday when I was asking about the issue of racism, and so forth, it's not just about politics. I wanted to get clarity because, Steve, you imagine yesterday people that live and survive from the Islam community yesterday, they are the one using other people today and looking down and making sure that they damage other people.
Mm-hmm.
You imagine, people who struggle. So, Steve, if I be behind the microphone, I know where I come from. I struggle through the line even to reach this far. Steve, if I come here today and pretend that, oh, yes, let me pretend because we all want to be in the fast, I'll be lying to myself. In fact, I'll be lying to God. So, Steve, that's the society of ours. People are struggling. Sometimes they know these things. They live in the trenches. They live in the villages. They live in the bushes. Like the photo I just showed you now. These children, they go to school. They don't even know flag. Even the school door, all of the classrooms are all open wide up in the forest. Then you want me maybe to come here and say, yes, our leaders, they are doing well. Doing well where? No.
Let me
for the theater. Even Muta Bede will take some off on the radio because my brother, for me to change a bit difficult because Steve, it's better that I don't come here to talk anymore. Because to come here and see black, like, and make it like, oh yeah, no, this is not black, or this is brown, or this is blue, just because I'm loyal, I will never do. So my brother, for me, for all indications, that video speak volume, and thank God, you even saw the marketeers. Can you imagine the process that they collected? In fact, they are on that marketplace of Steve. Our market women, our mothers, our brothers, our sisters, they pay due every day. Now and then the market ticket is $50. So if you go sell and you collect $50 from almost about 200, 300 person per day, Steve, where the money is going? Only certain group of people enjoying the money. They transport a year, the same thing. I don't want to even talk about Liberia because Liberia just totally broken down. No system, but everybody just doing what they want to do. So at the end of the day, the politicians do they feel that no. I think when we better the system, the people their eyes will be open. Same their eyes don't want to be open. Same they themselves, they know that if they system in their day and they enjoying it, they lead them this way.
Yeah. Monk, I know you want to say something. Go ahead, please. Sorry about that.
Well, apart from what I said earlier, two things that caught my attention in that video. Also, he said something. He said we cheer people who are sleepwalking through life. What he meant, he talking about older people, the people that are, because he was literally talking about men that tenable. You look at people who are at the ending stages of their life. We were all born, we will grow up, get old, and we will all die. That's just the natural process of existing. Look, let me tell you something. I keep saying that your tired body cannot carry a great vision. Because at a certain point, your body itself will start fading, your cognitive ability, everything will decline with age. That's what he was literally saying. We're cheering on people who are sleepwalking their way to life. You look at, like I said, you look at our continent, Nigeria, with some of the smartest people, some of the inventors, scientists, engineers. Nigeria don't take small profession. They take into artificial intelligence engineering. When they're going for nursing, talking about nurse practitioner, they're going for masters. They are some of the best lawyers anywhere in the world. But guess what? Look at the man who's ruling Nigeria today. And young people will go and stay in line and vote for that kind of a man. And you see, the reason I keep saying that when you talk about the media aspect, right? Look at our platform here. You would think that based on the issue we talk about, most of your politicians would decide to come to Sktv. Why do you think they keep avoiding Sktv? Maybe. Why do you think that is the case? They don't want for people to be enlightened to things that we talk on Sktv.
And guess what? More to that, quickly tell us some more. In fact, they get angry. They share our shows in the various chat rooms. In fact, they put red line. Let me tell you today, they put red line to our Sktv so that even when they have programs, Sktv will not go there because they see Sktv as their enemy. They say, look, and more, anything you hear the word from Liberian that you are against. More,
it get me not playing by the strip. You're not going by.
Thank you. Yeah, Mom. As soon as you hear that word, that you people are always against our government. In fact, common people who are struggling, who are even making $75, $100, they say can come in time. Will tell us. Some of them will test me, call me, maybe. I don't know why people join against our government.
Can you imagine that?
That's what we're saying. What about people against your government instead of the system? No problem.
Someone brought this up. You know, it's good to look at people's past, where they come from, their history, to even give them position and all of that. It makes sense. You remember that statement Mr. Cummings can always make, past experience can determine future outcomes and so forth. That statement is true in psychology as well. We look at your past history. Even in healthcare, they look at your past history. When you go see your doctor, they try to check your parents. If there's other illness running your thing, when you see that form, they can get you to fill out where they're asking about family history. We term it in psychology and mental health as the genogram, the family genogram, where we collect all the different information to determine. Let's talk about Tinubu. Who was Tinubu? The Nigerian president today. Let's talk about how he became prominent. Let's talk about what his history was. And the same thing you see him doing, the same thing you see him leading, the same way you see him leading Nigeria today, that the same way his history is. I'll give you an example. Tinubu used to live in Chicago. Tinubu, go research him. He used to live in Chicago.
Tinubu, a big drug dealer.
In the 1990s, between 1995 and 1997, Tinubu was a drug dealer in Chicago. Oh, this is very serious. He even went as far as pleading with the federal government of the United States of America so that they cannot seize his accent. They couldn't investigate where his money was coming from. The sitting Nigerian president is the sitting Nigerian president. The reason I'm laying the premises, the reason I'm laying this background is because we got to know people's background. The reason some of us told you from day one that Joseph Boakai cannot change Liberia, he cannot change anything. He's the same of the same kind. He comes from the same old order. Joseph Boakai. We are the very first group of people on the show that told you Joseph Boakai was small soldier. We told you that before. And I stand by that today. Joseph Boakai was in the PRC government. We said a long time ago, we told you it's a fact. Joseph Boakai hang out with Doden. Oh yes, Joseph Boakai was giving rank in the PRC government. Look, histories are there. Joseph Boakai was quiet. When Ellen Johnson said leave, then you were vice president for 12. You are not back. You're not true. So when we tell you something, you get very all you want. Joseph Boakai, you getting 100 years, you're not changing nothing in Liberia. Joseph Boakai is corrupt. Let me say again, Joseph Boakai is corrupt. Joseph Boakai play games. Joseph Boakai is unserious. When we say this, we're not hating Joseph Boakai. These are historical facts. Go check Joseph Boakai record. And you saw blind people a few months ago laying there, asking for help. Blind people. And Joseph Boakai told you, say, man is a handicap. When Joseph Boakai was there, the group of 77, go asking for the money for the group of 77. Go asking till today. Go ask Joseph Boakai. Look, we're not here to make us. I don't hate Joseph Boakai. I don't hate George Weah. I don't hate nobody. Because me and them will not own anything. But the facts as we say it. These guys got the trail, the history. Show me one thing that Joseph Boakai, the opportunity that he had. Show me one thing that he did to benefit Liberia. And I would never criticize Joseph Boakai. All the opportunity they had, whether as vice president, whether as minister of agriculture or no, and other positions he held in government. Show me one thing he implemented that benefited Liberia. I will stop. Just show me one policy that he implemented. Even today, as president, show me some kind of policy that he not implement to benefit them. The man who arrest a general, he keep going around every day changing it. Who say this thing, you'll get very with us. Let me say this. Some of us will not stop saying the truth. Will not. We will not. For those of you who are Christian, any Bible can say, a good knee is better than silver and gold. We will be on history, on record. Whether on the show or other places we go, we'll continue to speak the truth. Since Joseph Boakai took over shamelessly, even the policies that he's running on, that Joe we are policy, it's an embarrassment. It's even sad to say it. The harmonization, they not cut it off. And all of us spoke against the harmonization yet because we're taking food from people's table. Have they stopped the harmonization since they came back? Send the king to power? I will wait.
A complex for them, they can't even execute it, the harmonization.
so even to that, Steve, for matter of fact, there are other things that they also criticized was former President Weah or the former government were not focused. In fact, the former government were not paying attention to the need of the Liberian people. The former government is playful. The former government passing around during graduation. Today, what are we seeing today?
Joe, we are traveling around
graduation activities. The same funeral. Oh God! When you talk, the people get vexed. You criticize everything yesterday, make it look like heaven should come down just because somebody or some kind of leader yesterday was going somewhere yesterday. So you make it look like the entire Liberia should burn just because of that. Today we gave, in fact, we gave the country to rescue government, to rescue our people. And Steve, I think we got to look for one of these times and ask our people the meaning of rescue. Because I think there are a series of contradictions. I'm still finding it difficult because you can rescue people, then make them homeless. Steve, I'm getting a lot of calls. Yesterday, last night, or in fact yesterday afternoon, or better say yesterday evening, there was a demolition exercise at, in fact, Johnsonville, the Green Forest community. So why would you want to rescue people and make them homeless? Who would want to give that, for example, I'm drowning, I'm into the ocean, or maybe I'm into the river or the water, I'm drowning. Instead of you giving me stick or maybe or something that will rescue me, you are not pushing me away to tell me that, oh, my man, go more deeper. So, Steve, I'm still confused, and we'll ask them one of these days about the issue of rescue. And Steve, to that, quickly before more come on, my brother, like you just see our lawmakers who are now parading into yellow. We saw one of our lawmakers hanging on one of the yellow machines, someone who making almost 100,000 per year. Look at these people salary per year. Some of you don't know. Put all of that salary together per year, it will reach 100,000 per year. Why you serving? Now making 150, 125, $90, $75. 50 years from now, you can be reach 100,000. Come here, civil service, get into the talk. And brother, because when you talk, they will take the job from you like what Dr. Josiah Joker is doing. Suspending people just because they are talking. Just because they want to stand up against things that are happening to them. They kind of bad activities. So it's suspending people. So that's the society. No change. When you say this thing, they get vexed. Where's the change? Yesterday, my girl did the same thing yesterday to the people that at RIA when they were not taking pay. We talk. He said, my girl, you are wrong. But today, we see the same thing with Josiah Joker. Suspending people just because they're standing up against the ill in society, the way they are being treated. Quiet, my brother.
For me, I got a different thing. That's why I say at the end of the day, I just want to be vindicated by history because it's a challenge. An election comes down to choices. People go and they look at the country, where the country stands, they look at the challenges in the country, they look at the individual running for office and their capability, not their ability, but their capability, because there is a difference. You might have the ability to do something, but you got to be capable of executing what you think you can deliver. And Politicians will do what politician does. They will pander, they will take different position issue because they want to win vote. They got to consolidate power. That's how they get rich. Even in the US, the same thing happened here. All over the world, it's just politics. The question and the challenge for Liberia is the vast majority of the voters, can they identify when people are playing games with them? That's where the problem is in Africa mostly. Yeah, you can play that nonsense here. Every election cycle, the people will go and evaluate this. The candidate running, they know where they stand on policy issue. You can play all politics. They will know that politics. On election day, they know exactly what to do. You cannot make that case for Liberia because politicians, they're not going to change. They will pander, they will switch position. Look, maybe, you know what caught my attention? When I told you guys, I said this whole yellow machine is not about idea, it's about politics. Let me tell you something. The video I sent, when you're passing heavy duty equipment, you look at the traffic and the number of people around that area. So usually, anywhere in the world, when they carry those kind of equipment, they do it when the traffic is lesser. And
yes,
they don't pass it to crowded area. Why no, you don't? Because those machine can slide off that particular carrier at any given point. That's why even when you drive in this country, they can put heavy equipment or drive with caution. They can put a big sign behind it because at a certain point of the day when the traffic is high, it increases the rates of people getting injured. Why you think our government will parade machines in a crowded market with a very tight road? It means in the worst case scenario, maybe 10, 15, 20 people could die in an instant. So you will move those kind of equipment at night. But why do you think they pass it during the basic hour? Because they want to sell to the people that they want businesses. They want visibility. Because the whole thing is all about showmanship rather than safety. So when I saw that video, I said, oh man, people will in some deep mess for you. These guys could care less. The machine is already in the country. You have gained the so-called popularity and all the political clout. But look at that particular marketplace. Look at the people on the street. And you got machines inland. Why not transfer it at night? But like I said, it's the very same reason they were on some of these platforms, because the most important issue, they don't want our people enlightened to that. Because let me tell you something, Mabel, when you can detect lies, I can tell when I can see politicians here. The last time, one time, somebody myself going back and forth, when they said they're going to cancel student loan, I said, if you live in America and think that they're going to wipe out student loan for everybody, then you got to be a fool. Because they get something in America they call intellectual curiosity. It was a choice that you made. Because the reason I told my man one time, I said, you know why they would not cancel student loan for everyone? Because if the federal government cancels student loan, then it means you will have to refund the people that pay out of pocket. And that's what the federal government would never do. So anything about student loan, it will have to be. So when politicians play games, you have to be able to identify the games that they are playing. But in my country, no. It's almost unlikely. That's why making it very difficult in Liberia. So these guys, they will keep doing the things that will make some of us mad, but guess what? It will get them vote. That's why the Nigerian guy in the video said we keep making excuses for people who are ruining our life. He called it what he called it, said the weaponization of ignorance. That's why they're addressing the yellow ninja. And like you see the little toy, how they call the recent game that came out quite recently. We responsible people will dress like this, baby. But that's Liberia for you. Hello, they ain't yellow. That's the challenge we are faced with.
Yeah, but so I know we going to the break here. Let us know when you're ready so that we can turn it over to you. But Monk, you're right. And that's why some of us say they're on a clown show. When we say they get vest.
Yeah.
You know, when we say they get vest. But this is crazy.
Yep.
This is a clown show. It shows that we're not serious. Mm-hmm. It shows that we're not serious at all. It shows that we're not ready. It shows that we're not people of vision. And we who just imagine you are going to pitch the Liberian government or speak on behalf of the Liberian government, you know, to seek help for serious-minded people that want to do serious business, and they ask you why your lawmaker all dressed up in yellow. What do you tell them? Oh, we brought yellow machine to the country, so they're celebrating the yellow machine, the tankers in the yellow machine. Think about it. You tell people that our lawmakers are celebrating yellow machine, so they wore yellow suit. I don't understand. I'm trying to process this. This is the lowest we've been in recent times. You know, yesterday I was reading something. Somebody said we should
Yeah, so Steve, I think we gotta go for the news break.
Okay, take over, please. Take over,
Steve,
Mo.
continue, or we should take a break and then come back together.
Yeah, I think we should take a break and come back together, Mo. I don't know what you think.
All right, then I catch you guys in 15 minutes.
All right. Yeah, what is this video? Quickly. Sorry, let me see this one.
I never tell him to work the authority. You're never said it, but now it's come to Joseph. It's like a bagger now. You're controlling people. Now, it's the people say the blood is like a yellow machine to clean our road. We do not say they go bring a gas tank like a tank out to be one, sell the gas. Because sometimes gas tank are so passing it's not a yellow machine. You never tell him to work.
To go on Thursday evening to receive the shocking news that Honorable Paul has fallen. It shocked us. We the 12 of this number 7.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So, folks, we are still here. We are here talking to the president of the district. So that is it. It is confirmed. The former lawmaker, the Solomon Roger George, passed away a few minutes ago. And family members, residents of the district are here. Partisans from various political parties are also here to sympathize with the families, to console the family as well. As you can see, we are at the front of the former lawmaker residence.
Some people already sympathizers from the district number 17, district number very much around the country again. We sympathize with the bereaved family. We sympathize with the bereaved family of their former lawmaker and the Solomon This is Hope TV Liberia. I'm here with my colleagues.
Woman, can we talk to you? Can we talk to you? Let me talk to you, man. We know how you feel.
Welcome to the media.
We know.
Today, the
former lawmaker.
How you guys feeling now?
Why were you remember the former lawmaker for?
Too good to everyone. What are you doing now? What are you not bringing car? So no, you not get it. You must be happy. So you hear off. Two by a waste. Second, I think they will wow. Yeah, but it's saying that
wow.
Currently, I'm his resident. He had to sympathize.
Yeah, so we are here, folks.
Thank you so much.
What brought you here?
So today I'm very saddened.
Okay. Are you a resident of the district?
I have been a resident of the district. In fact, I can say generationally because my grandfather lived in West Point.
Okay.
And I was born in West Point and I grew up in West Point. I have been in West. I think I lived in West Point for close to 25 years before moving. And I know Solomon George personally. He helped a lot to build my career up. I moved with Solomon George during 2017 election. By then, I was not journalist. I actually used to move with Solomon George to all the places he visited. He was one man who was unlimited father. So it is very sad. The loss of Solomon George is a national bereavement.
What do you think Honorable Solomon George will be remembered for?
So many things.
What are some of the things?
So many things. One, he will be remembered for, let's say, his humanitarian services. He reached out to people. He has no boundary. He used to go out, solve no matter problem. More especially the district we found ourselves in. We understand this district is somehow a little problematic. People have issue, court issue. He always used to be there to go to solve the problem, settle up community problem. Yes, so many things. Even though, yes, sometimes he used to be abusive or all in his form of joke. He was very jovial. He has no protocol to meet him. People used to enter even his bedroom. I personally, when I used to work with him, I think I know the entire house. And he was open to everybody. It was shocking.
Other people are pointing fingers to political figures. What's the message to them?
So, and I don't want to be judgmental because he was a politician. So everything around his activity, most often people will say is political. But sometimes I believe it's natural because Solomon George was a person who I knew. He was highly guarded. You cannot talk with Solomon George for more than 5 minutes without him putting the body. So, and I was very shocked. I'm just from out of time. I was driving when I left the house trying to go and red light to find the food. I saw the police coming from the state. I said I have to get here immediately because like we were family. But it's actually sad. It's a very sad day for me.
So when was the last time you interacted with the late lawmaker?
And I remember it was 2020. By then, and I was graduating from Peter Kugwe School of Journalism. I think I informed him, he said, come and see me. But when I came, I was unable to see him, and I left. From then, we have not really interacted one-on-one, but he played a very significant role in more people's life, even including myself, because he made me to be intelligent, brave, to move and be conscious and be resilient in standing up to issues that you believe are true. So this was the kind of a person he was.
What's the name again?
I'm Joseph Tumit, managing editor of the Africa Daily News.
It was a pleasure speaking with the media.
Thank you.
So folks, we are still here. If you are just joining this live, we are live from the residence of the late lawmaker Solomon George, who passed a few minutes ago, and we are getting views from the resident of the district. Getting views from them, yeah. What will they remember the late lawmaker for? What will they remember the late lawmaker for? So as you can see, this is how the resident of the district are taking to console the family. And so tell us what your name and what are you here for?
Yeah, so I'm Leo in Exeter, the resident of Division Masari, which is out on the Getty Street. And here is a shocking news for our district at this hour that our former lawmakers passed us not too long. And it's a very sad moment in our district for now.
When was the last time you ever interacted with the lawmaker?
Yeah, so like, actually he is a father to everyone over around here because somehow we have been around, following his steps, his leadership, and I can say that almost like since the election time, I have not seen him yet, but several times I follow his page, his social media appearance, addressing the press, but I'm already in the almost like years plus now.
Why can you remember the lawmaker for the late lawmaker?
Yeah, so first of all is that he's not just an ordinary man in our district. He is a permanent person, a lawmaker who has been there for us throughout the time, and he is a calm person. Once you interact with him today, you know that he is a good person, a way of interacting, you see everybody equal, and hearing about a death today, about this time, it shocked everyone of all.
What's the name again?
I'm Leo Axila.
It was a pleasure speaking with the media. So let us hope people like Liberia on here with my colleagues. We're here with thousands of supporters, thousands of sympathizers from district.
So keep following. This is the closing argument, Golden TV and other media institutions. So keep following, keep sharing. Live from the late lawmaker president, Honorable Solomon Kodia George, conscious of president of district myself has come out to console the family sympathize as well as the scene. After getting the news that former lawmaker be passed a few minutes ago.
Share the video, please. This is
So keep sharing, keep sharing, keep sharing. Former lawmaker representing the Solomon Church is no more. It is life. It is life. We are just a visitor here.
Because you don't want to have the emotions of the people, and then somebody will probably attack you, and you
So keep sharing this video. We are live from district number 7, Maserado County. We are at the front of the late lawmaker, the late former lawmaker, Honorable Solomon, late former lawmaker, Honorable Solomon George, who passed away a few minutes ago. His life. His life.
Government officials will have a drive here. You will have some members of the Congress for Democratic.
Yes. You know, we're talking about the political aspect of but it is not. You know,
the 10th is birthday.
Solo
It's not about it. You know, but people, no, it's not. Why you should say is that Solo,
what's the name again?
That's what I'm saying. The people that are here, they're from different areas, different political parties. You want to talk to us? What's your name?
My name is Richard Sktv-Lib.
Richard Sktv-Lib.
Yeah.
You knew Solo?
Yeah, he was my grandfather, my godfather.
Okay.
Yeah, political godfather.
Political godfather.
And Solo was a man that doesn't have protocol. Every time you go to Solo house, be any night, the day you enter, and Solo will give you listening ear. Solo was a figure that cares for people. Solo was a man that have feeling for a people. He served the for 12 working years. Up to now, when you are alive, people used to count him for support. And he was a humanitarian. So for a person today, it's a big blow to the people of West Point. It's a big blow to the people of District 7 and Liberia as a whole.
So basically, what did you have any personal interaction with?
Yeah. I work in, as I said earlier, I used to walk to Solo house.
Yeah.
I walk to Solo house and many as which Solo don't have security protocol. He welcome everybody. Have personally they go salary were together. Yeah, myself we want to operation. We want to see some family members.
Was it the last time you got that way?
Yeah. Solo I went to Kakata this few days and you were complaining that you were not too well. As if the age is you are age 70 plus, so you got to rely on yourself small. So today was surprising. This even the years is Solo has died. So it's a big blow to the people of West Point, it's a big blow to the people of the 7, it's a big blow to the people of Liberia and the war at large. Solo is moved for his turn against negativity. Solo was in there. Solo sent nearly all the police people sent to school, getting scholarship. So today a passing is a.
So folks, there you have it. Those of you who are watching, those of you who are also following the video, so it is not confirmed by the family members that Solomon George of District number 7 is now late. You know, yes, there are a lot of misreactions coming out from the public, especially from the home of the lawmaker, where we've seen family members, relatives, sympathizers, and gearing up and showing some condolences, or in fact showing some empathy, love, and so forth. Yes, indeed, folks. So it's not confirmed. No, I have one other teaser that I can always play. I don't know how many of you that can really listen. Time is going. I don't know how many of you that can really follow that teaser. When will you manifest? Time is going. You see, Solomon George ruled district. In fact, he was lawmaker for district number 7 for 12 years. Anyway, may his soul rest in perfect peace. But Steve, Mark, I think Mark is here. Steve is still busy behind the scene. But Mark, we back, my dear brother, after the news bulletin. What say you with the latest news from one of our leader, our lawmaker, who ruled for almost 12 years. In fact, who served for 12 years, brother, in district number 7, Montserrat County. What say you, my brother, with the kind of news, misreactions coming from the public land?
Hello?
Yes, Mark, we're getting you. Go ahead. Mark? Well, we're not getting you, Mark. Yes, I think we're getting you now. Go ahead, Mark.
Oh, okay. Where is this place? I was just about to ask. I've seen people over there. There's a resident of Solo, right?
Exactly, district number 7. I think some closer to West Point, or maybe better stay in somewhere around there. So yes, that's a resident.
So technically, the news is confirmed then that he's dead. You think it's too early? We don't know what led to his death or whether he was sick. Was he battling any kind of a terminal illness that you know of?
Well, we are getting that he was not feeling too well, but we don't know how long that maybe, sometimes some of the reason there is that even when they are sick, they don't want to announce.
Yeah, they want to keep it private,
Yeah. They don't want to do it. And sometimes, I don't know, Mark, some of them, they get broke. Even to even go where Ghana to even do checkup or in fact to even go for medication. Some of them after serving for a few years, they're not able to even pay themselves or in fact pay for the medications. They got to be doing elsewhere calls, sometimes calling some of their maybe some of their colleagues who into positions.
It's a trend. This thing been happening in Liberia. I don't want to be the one to bash solo. I don't know what happened, but when you serve in public office in Liberia, right? Especially in this modern generation, the new dispensation of politics. I think the former vice president made a case at the Methodist Church in Minnesota here when she came for a visit that they should increase their compensation in their salary because too many people come to them for assistance. So I always keep making the call from JFK. JFK says a society that cannot provide for the many who are poor won't be able to protect the few that are rich. So you think you are stealing, right? You can steal all you want. At the end of the day, because of the livelihood and the living condition of our people, they will still come by and get that money from you indirectly. Because to maintain your political power, you need to spend money. But yeah, it's the thing, when people are doing better, they don't come to you to beg you for assistance.
No.
Because they can fend for themselves. So I could pay you $5,000 United States in Liberia. When the country is doing better, you will take home more money than giving you $10,000, but the whole district come to beg you all the time. That's why the other lady to say, oh, when you got having sex with your partner, you don't call me there. Because she was right to a certain extent, even to the way she presented it. But the reality is she's not responsible for you, technically. She's there to play an oversight role, pass law, maybe bring some project to the district. But when it comes to your woman giving birth, your children's school fee, I don't think that's the responsibility of a lawmaker. But when you put so many people in poverty, then be ready to see them coming to your doorstep and
like
coming back for that money that you stole. So that's exactly what happened in Liberia. So by the time they leave office, you go low, they're already broke because there's nothing left. You got to sustain it.
But Mom, before Steve come on, Steve, I know maybe the same question will go back to you. Most of the people, Mark, they make something 10,000, 15,000 per month. Why would you leave for position, Mark? Even it says most time, you go completely broke. What, Mark? Are they not investing? Are they not thinking about, okay, let me see how best maybe to bring in maybe some of the company, because in Liberia for us here, the only investor that we all know is the people of different color.
Oh yeah, overseas big shot, big stomach women are investor. See what
So unfortunately, we'll say condolences to the family. Anytime it comes to death, the issue of death, some of us, even our disagreement, will still say condolences to the family, but we'll still give our point. Solomon George was no hero. He was part of the corrupt people. He supported the policies of CDC that brought our people into abject poverty in the so-called pro-poor. All of them, they are the same kind. That's why when he started to criticize Joe Weah and the other people, I didn't even listen to him. I don't take these people seriously.
Oh, yeah.
You can sit there for 6 years, benefit from all the corruption, whatever it is.
He went to 10, I think 12.
No, I'm saying the Joe Weah. In Joe Weah was the most recent.
He went. Yeah.
So, and there is a natural law or natural trend that I have noticed. Any money that you don't suffer for, you don't work for, you steal from people, whatever it is, you don't have the ability to use it properly. It just goes away from you really quick. And this is what we're seeing with most of these lawmakers or these people. They're irresponsible. They're very, 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 very irresponsible, most of them. They're irresponsible. But not only that, the way they treat their fellow men. We saw Jenkins Scott then here.
Yes.
We saw how they behave. So when you are in position of power, And you have the ability to change the people's life, also change the country, so that today or tomorrow when you are ill or something happened to you, someone, instead of looking for money for you to travel abroad, the hospitals in York can empower them. I saw someone on a video today with Joseph Boakai get graduation thing here and he went to graduation. I don't even know why the people keep inviting these people to graduation. I can never be president of the University of Liberia, and you don't invest in the university. You don't privatize the university.
Yeah,
you can get speech. What kind of speech? You see where another person who are calling you get speech? You're not serious. The University of Liberia look dilapidated.
When I give you job, I pay you not call you back.
I will not call you to speak. What are you talking about?
Maybe you don't want to be collecting a part of 15,000.
Then that's fine. If you collect 15,000, it's not about collecting 15,000. When I do the work that warrant that money, I will get the money. But I'm not going to subscribe to that. This is the problem. So at the end of the day, Milburn, what I'm saying is, when you prioritize your own and you invest in infrastructures in the country, you be serious about things, hospital and other things. When something happens, we don't have to worry about going to Ghana. We don't. We have Liberian professionals that just need the support. They're dedicated to the work. They just need the support. Take care of them. EB Hospital. Workers were just...
my brother Steve, let me tell you, let me just give you some of the happening that can happen. In fact, today's Friday. Most of them are gone already. They're where their monies can go. And some Liberians know where the people money can go. Our host talking about talking about one of lawmakers from the number 5 talking about I get the people top. How much for top? Now even that when you give that take your money, Steve, or more. If I make one here, I'm making 10,000 USD per month. Even if I get 1,005 per month or more, I will still get me enough money. But
why should you be giving top? Why should you be passing around the lawmaker and get top?
Okay, good. So now what Mo said, because we decide to put the people into poverty, they will not be able to hustle, no investment, nothing. All of the 100,000 we're getting per year, because mind you, all of the lawmakers annually. Some of you don't know that some of these things. 12 months in a year, put all of their money in their resources, everything together. It will hit almost 100,000 plus per year. So the money people are getting, my brother, they're not thinking about investing. They're thinking about how to travel overseas. They're thinking about how to go to Ghana and make. Ghana is the biggest place where most of our leaders go, my brother, to have fun time. Because they feel that when they're enjoying here,
what they can go Ghana all they want, but it's embarrassing that you can replicate Ghana right in Liberia.
Yep.
Simple.
The same thing in Ghana, you can do it right in Liberia. You can make Labrador. When I hear them saying Labrador with bread basket, it can just make me vex. To be honest, it can make me vex when I hear that foolishness. Lofa country with bread basket, it can just piss me off because it don't make any sense. I've seen no trace of Lofa country being bread basket in my lifetime, even in the past, because there would have been some kind of trace.
And Steve, to our medical, let me tell you, there are a lot of things that we don't easily do here. Every time we hear people doing elsewhere, sometimes they will say, oh, we can't do that one, you gotta go out of the country. And these things, our leaders keep hearing these things, they keep seeing these things, but there's no solution. You gotta go right to Ghana to do certain maybe some surgery or maybe something about medical work.
Imagine all the big more we get. They gotta take DNA sample to send it to Uganda. All the big more we laboratory get. We just find we talk bunch of BBT and we talk foolishness. Simple thing like DNA sample.
Okay, good.
But Steve, the one thing about the risky thing about the healthcare system, when you get terminal illnesses, you cannot tell how your body is going to react. Some sicknesses will knock you down quick, but that's why you got emergency services. So even if you had the money to go to Ghana or anywhere, I'm not saying that what happened to him, I don't know what happened to him. It is not about the politics of it. I'm just talking about the healthcare system in Liberia. That's why you got emergency response unit, because some sicknesses, it would knock you down within an instant. To go to Ghana, you got to go get ticket, make travel arrangements. So there will be instances where you will get away with it, but it won't happen all the time. What happens if that your body react in a whole different way within a relative short period of time? And the hospitals in the country cannot cater to you in an emergency need. Then you put your left at rest. So either way, the politicians, you are still playing a risky game. Even if you can afford to leave the country. There will be instances you won't have the time to even get on a boat or fly to fly to India, and you will end up dying in Liberia because of the games you keep playing with the healthcare system.
And more,
so
even to that more when they go, sometimes when they go as HEMO, so they come back as cargo.
Yep, that's it.
Go,
so people will die, but equality is applicable to everyone.
Well, Melbourne will be opening the land here for our people. Let me say this. I think at the end of the day, Melbourne, like you said, at the end of the day, we need to get to the point where we'll be serious about prioritizing ourselves in the hospital and other things over there. These guys spend all their times to the point where even when they leave the lawmaker job or position, they can't even sustain their lifestyle. They can't even take care of themselves. They got to come back and can force themselves to be either spokesperson for the other thing, begging.
Just one example. They got to be crossing. They got to be jumping from another political party to another political. They just jumping from place to place.
Yeah. So it's they're out of control. But hey, that's what it is. Me, to be honest with you, people who treat our people then bad, who steal and whatever they, I don't really care about them. Yep. I don't care for them.
But Steve, logically, before we even go to the line, let me just say this, Steve. When you better this, the way you see, I usually, once upon a time, I used to play this song from techno that they call Rara, Think about the common thing, the small thing. I like that song so dearly to my heart because instead of you focusing on the BB things, focus on the small thing. Now look at, see for the past 24 hours, Liberians are not arguing about who be do's, who not do's, and this and that. How far does it carry us?
But maybe I'm glad you brought that up because that was something I wanted to also hit home. Look, to tell you that we have a bigger problem. An entire university, the leading university in our country, cannot figure who the deuce is. We have a problem. Up to today, you can't figure who the. Look, it might sound funny, but it speaks volume of who we are as a people. And this is where the country is. And we'll keep saying this thing, y'all keep getting there with us. Let me tell you something, Melbourne. We have set ourselves up for failures, destruction, to the point where it is even showing up vividly to the world. What kind of university is still fighting
to tell their own valedictory?
So to tell me who the deuce is.
My brother.
Yeah, when you feel like I got Pastor Cummings, I want to champion the show. You already on the
line. So quickly before the pastor comes, still let me tell you today, all the people who are supporting someone, they can come in and say, maybe okay, but just manage it. People are supporting these politicians just because of their stomach. Nothing else, my brother. Just because they want to survive. And that's a terrible thing. Because you want to survive, so you come the country into chaos.
For me, if you want to manage, I don't have a problem with you managing. Don't bring it to me. The day you're ready for it, I don't take calls from people who discuss the issue. I don't got no time for that. I don't do that anymore. I'm not going to ever get involved with that. The reason for that, if you see us, come on the show, show your face, let's discuss it. But if you're coming behind the hall and complain, that means you are a punk.
Most of them I see on the internet, what they can be doing, remember we enjoy your show. You are doing well. You are continue to hate on them. They're not doing well. But people get come on. So say you can't come out, don't forget it. But more go ahead, so can go.
And I got you live. Go ahead, Pastor Cummings.
Good evening. Let me say good afternoon to Steve. Good afternoon to you, Monk. And good evening to Melbourne and the listeners and viewers. You guys said something earlier on concerning the lawmakers with the issue of the yellow machine. When you look at the demographic in the country, it tells you that either the speaker or the deputy speaker were born somewhere around 1992 or somewhere in the 2000. Because prior to the war, there were yellow machines in all the counties.
Yep.
In all the counties. I don't know if they're not familiar with rural development, or they're looking at the current demographic and they playing on the minds of the people. But then I tend to disagree in a sense that, you know, in photojournalism, we say picture speaks 1,000 words. When I look at the video yesterday, I'm looking at the body language of the people. Steve, when we were coming out, when you see a caterpillar or a yellow machine, kids will run there to see the yellow machine greater the road. But look at the fixture expression of the people along the streets when the yellow machines were moving. Look at the body language of those people. They're not looking like they are very happy that this thing is so important as compared to some of them, the slogans the rescue government used yesterday. The Mason boys, the 3 Mason boys, the death of the auditors, the establishment of war and economic crimes court in the country. You don't see those things. You don't see them. Then you're setting up an entire committee to manage the yellow machine. It's just laughable to me because the person you say is heading that committee was the same person who was around when they were defense minister, when they got rid of rural development. This same person ill-advised Madam Salif when they had an opportunity to honorably retire those who reach retirement ages and those who have not met the retirement ages yet, to maintain them and train them with the younger generation. My brother, we are at a serious crossroad. Many years ago, Steve, if you recall, every time I appear on this program or call in, I often say, if you show me the players, I will tell you how the game will end.
Yes.
In a political party, I will tell you what will be the end result of that political party.
Yep, you said
so
it.
it's only incumbent now upon the opposition to see whether they will muster the courage to go to an election, because from all indication, and I'll say this without fear or favor, from all indication, it seems like the Unity Party is off for raking the next election, because their attitude is like these guys were just born 1992 and further up. They ain't sure that people who know Liberia like that, who were around to see that we already have yellow machines all in the country. And I hear some young people say, this is a historical event in our country.
What?
You killing me? You already know Liberia like that? Well, gentlemen, thanks so much for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Steve, you went incommunicado, but it's good to hear your voice.
Yeah, thank you, Menaka. Thanks for calling.
I'll be in touch.
Thank you, Melago. So let's go to the line to interact with our people here back home at 0770203125. That's the number. I'll know one of the first caller. Yeah, good evening.
Checking phone, I'm not saying about history, man.
Yeah, that was mom. Yeah, mom. Yeah, go ahead.
I want to tell you thank you for the discussion. But maybe we are in a serious crisis in the country. Maybe I'm telling you a life story. For the past 4 semesters, I'm in the agriculture department at UL. We took a sample of soil. Our instructor told us to buy small bucket, take sample of the soil, so it can be tested before we can do our practical. As I tell you, we did not do that practical up to now. The soil is still in our soil lab because no chemical.
But it's what do practical here in lab. You brave.
Up to now, the soil is still there. There are so many major issues that are supposed to be taken care of in the country, but up to now, they're not looking to this direction. They're not looking there at all. Now, we need to appreciate the yellow machine. But after that yellow machine, that is a priority there right now, especially a mom. Not a priority there right now.
All right. Thank you, Mama. We will see what happens next. We don't want to do, we don't want to judge them. Hello, David King. David, good evening. Yes, go ahead quickly, my brother.
Therefore, this is very key, and I do join conversations from Kabla. You see, before the whole yellow machine thing, I think Liberians will still rank number one. The people with low IQ, they were second pick, so we win the number one spot. It's all I think I love because day yesterday. For the people to go and start hanging on yellow machine like monkey, and the president seeing the responsibility of the public work and giving it to a convicted criminal to serve as chairman for that board. I think he did not do well to the nature of public work. And if you do such a thing, and you're telling us that we're going back to the days of development, because this is a bucket have been able to recommission all of those government ministry and agencies that were distributed and emerge with other ministry and agencies. He tried to bring them back and recommission them. All right, like for example, the Ministry of National Security. We got Minister of National Security today in the Burger administration. All right, so if you tell me that the Rural Development Ministry, you're trying to bring it and you make it some kind of be the minister of that ministry, then what you trying to tell public work then? Because I think they emerge them with public work, and you cannot come and set up a committee for public work responsible for all of our rural infrastructure across the country. Whether farm to market road, whether nature road, I think public work are the one who are responsible. But I think this president, this is something he needs to sit and have a recollection.
All right. Thank you, David King. To this caller, good evening.
Good evening, Milton. This is somebody speaking to you from Johnsonville, Spoon Hill.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother from Johnsonville. You say Spoon Hill?
Yeah, Crew Hill, right around today.
Oh, okay, Crew Hill. Yeah, I'm hearing a lot of domination going on outside. Oh, you gotta be careful. Curfew?
I said they focus people who live there for us to get go in there because for the ready to see how you will to know that road. So happening here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ready for a 5,000 road. But to the issue, yesterday, yesterday I called a program regarding the yellow machine. Therefore, I got a sign event code 2014 by Madam Celine from Ministry of Education, Civil Service Department. I serve as principal in Trent District, Great County Trent District, Electoral District 1, for the high school course for the day. Nathaniel Joe Bowie, who I saw hanging on our machine without a vehicle or in that yellow suit. The horse he lived in protecting in a Lutheran is still a Paco horse. And then today they're a pretty machine. So what comes in the mind? Somebody who stayed over there for 9 years plus me, in order to man speaking. The different communication or restoration. I know there's nothing called development in our mind. So those machines, they're gone. Let's see 2029 if you'll be able to start from Bolsonaro and get to Iraq.
All right, thank you. To this caller, good evening. Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
The one I found my extension is when the guy was talking about media. the carpet. So there are a lot of things. I don't know whether because the woman brother or kind of poster that is sold the book announcement and what people have decided to do themselves.
All right, thank you. Today's caller, good evening. But I'm okay. Thank God for life. Go ahead.
My name is Mahmoud Safu. I'm calling you from Brooklyn. Yeah, people, today, when I saw the honorables in the yellow uniform yesterday, and I felt a little bit bad because it also confirmed not of this government and not of the past government, but there is something they call Sktv-Lib 101. When you start seeing signs of this exhibited by government officials, it means you have to be very careful. They are not telling you the truth. I can just reflect on the past government. They did it in any time, Who tell you that those people at the time that were around Joshua when you put the airplane cake, they were there celebrating? They never did justice to it. They were not telling Liberian people the truth. You brought in yellow machine. If you really brought it for work, sometimes at the time will be carried to the rural country, people will not even see it.
That will not even see it. That will not see it working.
They only see the work of it. You don't need to go and dress
to publicize it, to make it look like people should dress in yellow.
Yes. So this thing, the Sktv-Lib, when you see Sktv-Lib 101 showing face in your government, you need to catch yourself.
All right. Thank you so much. If you see Sktv-Lib 101, another new word. Hello, today's caller. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning.
Hello, Bishop.
Yeah, go ahead, my brother.
What the Reverend just said just now. For me, I'm 57 years. So in Liberia, we have problems where all over. For our now country, 12 countries. So anyway, you have problem where I'm an auntie in beginners or when you problem where you should operate yellow machine. So they beginning where the other people went to that history. Now what the Reverend told they got born 1992, 1995. So
yeah, and nothing that they put in no history. In fact, let me know the country capital. They can't remember anything.
Yeah, now but the two are good. They are educated people in Liberia. You don't know. Don't mean what red, yellow, so they are educated fools. Later.
All right. Thank you. Today's caller quickly. Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Isaac Kamar, joining from District 4.
Yeah, go ahead, Isa.
Yeah, maybe straight to the issue, I have a 2 point. Maybe on the government official, they are not sure. Like what I stated yesterday, especially for the executive branch. My first issue has to do with maybe you don't think that the money that they're allocating in the budget for NSA 20 million, 22 million, the local LTA, I think a budget below 5 million. When it kind of was said in the whole entire, all the government entity, LTA working more than any other entity right now. Why LTA will be below 5 million naira? What is the threat that Labrador facing right now? You looking at NSA giving them over 20 million LTA below 5 million. That's my first concern. The second has to do with you don't think Vice President, Speaker, all of PB official, the lawmaker, the 45,000 car, 3.5 million dollar of it. You don't think with the kind of effort that the DA making now, you don't think that they able to put 20 million dollars in the budget? In Babolo, where maybe 40 acres of land and they will get machine to greater, they rehabilitation center. Take our brothers and sisters that are on drugs, get them there rehabilitated. They men they are not serious. They are not serious. But the only thing I get to say, with the way you are conscious taxing our people, opening their eyes, I know there are some people have face man. CDC, United Party, Joe Weah, Joseph Bagabo, the enlightenment of you people, you're doing well. You're just continuing a great job. Thank you.
Thank you. Let me see how best to get AB on this line. He's tried calling me ever so long. Yes, let me see. I get AB on the line. Then I will come back here in Liberia, please. Those of you, let me go straight to the WhatsApp line and take our brother AB. Good evening. I know you've been a little bit busy. That's why you're not on the show this evening. But good evening, good morning, good afternoon.
But thank you, Bill. Thanks for the show, man. Let me say, we have to see that a month. Fascinating, you know. Like I always remind you guys, I say you play your part. This is all we can do for now to make our country better. You know, there's something that we're missing around here, guys. When you don't set your priorities straight, this is the kind of way you will lead a nation. You know, you got people like the guy, the reverend that called on Monk's phone, talking about people. I think the guy I don't want to be like ageism because you talk about ages and so forth. But you got a vice president that was born 1977, so like maybe he didn't see the yellow machines in Liberia at the time. Okay. Now the problem here is this: the priorities are misplaced.
Indeed.
You got this government they borrow money. They borrow money from banks to go buy buses in Liberia. Buses that were given Liberia during the last regime free of charge by the Indian government. But because you have that rapprochement and other contact out there, you can't get some of those things, or rather you'll be indebting the country and the government into continuous debt. Secondly, just the yellow machine situation. They have to go to the bank again to borrow money to come in and then bamboozle the Liberians. And then the parade in the street in yellow clothes, making mockery out of themselves and so childish yesterday, it's appalling, embarrassing to the nation. You understand me? You got this guy, a driver in Burkina Faso. They bring machines, agricultural machine, not how to call it, or chance to destroy any property. And he went there just for inspection. His government official now will uniform to go celebrate that. But then when the circumstances at this higher fee, and these people, they are there swimming in the resources of our country, this is what you get. You're borrowing money for those kind of things for political reasons. But the hospitals in Liberia, you cannot even buy medication for them.
Nothing, everything. In fact, we got to go out of the country. Even to go do DNA tests, you got to go outside the country. Then you get country.
Or clinic needs to talk about a hospital. But they misplace the priority because they got political here, and they deliberately tell people, like somebody's studying, these guys that they feel that not 2029 want to break election, so they don't care. They will put things in the faces of the Liberian and tell you, you'll be forced to accept it as it is.
All right. Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
And the poor in there, free of charge, you know accountability for today, the hospital's medication, nothing there. But you buy yellow machines.
All right. Thank you, my dear brother. It's frustrating. We got to take our DNA test, or in fact, it's I don't know if you may call it. Take it for here and carry it to another country. Today's caller, good evening. Yes, my brother, go ahead.
Never get to hear one is that I hear people blasting Senator Jilan for stating that.
Senator who?
Darrell Jilan.
But we're not talking about Darrell Jilan here today, my brother.
Okay, let me go to the second topic then. I see people talking about the yellow machine so much. So why is the government posting of yellow machine? And the last caller I think spoke, bro. He talked about equipment. I went for public work for almost 30 some years. Now the quantity of equipment that is coming in presently for road or some development in that, bro. It never happened here before. In the safety of someone here, I'm 67 years old. The new call for America there. I don't know.
So let's go to the issue. Forget about where people come from, or in fact, call from. Thank God that you've been working with public work for ever so long. Tell us how.
But we part of Liberia, you grew up because I was born in 80s.
Which part of Liberia? Which part of, in fact, when you join public work, tell us, my brother, it's very easy than to be attacking people. Go ahead.
I joined public in 1996.
Public work 1996 during the wartime.
Can you imagine that? Yeah.
After working at war, 1996 there was still war.
And they said that April 6th. Why are you talking about our water?
Man, our war back.
And they said that April 6th. April 6th.
Yeah, don't waste our time.
Do you know that this law was making our energy budget, do you know that
My brother, all that thing that you're talking,
we talk about that. Yeah, on the show.
You okay? Me talk about it. You don't read these things. When we come out here, then you feel like in fact we look at that man. He don't even know what 1996. If 1996, what they were 1996, you don't even know. Yeah, you want to be telling people what to. By the way, I'm going to go. We got I think about 6 more minutes to go, so we can just conclude our time and go home for the day. Mark, Steve, and I will got to close for the day. I know what this Steve we had about the bro club here.
You know, Pastor Cummins said something very profound. He said the people understand the demographic they are dealing with. For the men who talk about he being like bro forever, like I was born in the 80s, I saw Yellow Machine, and they were all over the country. So you cannot talk about quantity. So the men who talking about he was working with Popular Way, nothing they say you were water mainstay. Nothing they say that April 6th, nothing they say. So what are you talking about? When you want to come play defense, yeah, like the same thing we say, you are being abused by the people who are running your life. That's why the Nigerian men said that why he just came to justify. We're talking about a country making progress here. We are talking about, yeah, we agree with the Yellow Machine, but don't bring this spectacle if to say this thing never happened like bro. No, they were there before. So you can play a defense all you want, but at the end of the day, the reality will be the reality. And we will say they know exactly who they are appealing to, and it will translate into vote. Because remember, anytime we criticize, one thing we should know when it comes to voting is one man, one vote. The young people, the one that are born after or during the war, they are in the vast majority. They are almost 2/3 of the entire population combined. So if they can appeal to these folks, that's why they want the country to remain that way. Because the people who they appeal to, they cannot tell what is good from what is bad. Because they have never seen anything better in the country. That's why you see when the election time, just look at the breakdown of the voters. Because at the end of the day, a man like me, I would not believe that Yellow Machine will be development because I saw it at the age of 8 and 9. So a kid that was born 93, 94, 96, no. For him, it's a development because since then, he haven't seen anything like that in his lifetime. So don't criticize them. We can say, oh, they're dressing like clowns. But at the end of the day, there is a method to that madness. They know who they are targeting. And at the end, they will get that political reward. That is why they want to keep the country in such a manner. That's why when you tell them for, they be like, oh, you know, Sedition to do the same thing. Georgia put Labron on the map. I said, Georgia put Labron on the map or Labron put Georgia on the map. We nonsense you're talking about. You know, because of the generation. That's all they know. They were born during the time where there was nothing but war, suffering, no running water, no road, no hospital. So when you talk about some of the good old days of Labron, it sounds like something very foreign to them. So you cannot blame a politician, like I said, they will always play their games. But anyway, Steve, let me tell you what to you guys. That's my take on the show for today.
Well, thank you so much, Mo. Let me say this. Not because we live in America, in Europe, or in the Western world today, me we were born here, we don't know anything about Liberia, or we don't know Liberia, or we never saw Liberia. No, that's not true. Maybe you need to wake up. We know we're talking. Some of us lived in Liberia. Some of us do go back to Liberia. We just don't announce our going to Liberia or show off like other people can do. We do go there. We still have roots, connections, and other things going on in Liberia as well. So when you come here and you want to make it seem like a bunch of ignorant people that don't know what they're talking, or we just come on the internet, we just talk like why y'all can say it back there, that's not the truth. We're all Liberians. We're speaking because we care about Liberia too. This idea that you got to defend everything is a problem in itself. Even when they're telling you reality and the truth, then you still making fun out of yourself, making jokes out of yourself. It makes some of you guys to appear ugly. It's very, very ugly, to be honest. It's shameful. It's embarrassing. So we got to get to the point where we will understand that we can't keep playing around with some of these things. We got to be serious. We have to be. You know, we have to be. So let's put the country first. If we want to put the country first, then let's call a spade a spade. Let's stop celebrating these mediocre things. Let's stop making fool of ourselves. Let's start allowing politicians to use us to make fool of ourselves in our country. It's bad. It's very, very bad. No more. It's up to you, folks. But thank you.
Well, my dear brother, thank you. Quick, so we gotta go to our brother there. We talk about 1996. I think you gotta go back into your closet and do your own research. I don't even know what kind of public was it that was even functioning by then, because I think by then there were so many warring factions. People were controlling their own base here and there, back to back, until
we have government visit. Yeah.
So for me, my brother, we are talking here. We're not just talking about, even we may not be the douche for your thing. But we get our lay common sense.
We our lay history to our timeline.
We get our lay common sense inside us. Thank you so much, my people. Good night, brother. We'll see on Monday by the grace of God.
There are things we can do. We bring it good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The blessing that time and the efforts are rest. The project is giving us here and the premise from there. The welcome and life we have here.
A lyrical health. Master. Clear police who make on you. I can't ask you to be bring you. Say my journey, Tina get as say my jamo. And yes, I know money. The more I go, and you love me. The more I go, what is
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
And I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I didn't ya to money, and I said ya to money, and I can't play ya to money, and I could do ya to money, and I don't get it now ya to money. That's the baby, and I don't get it now. Cause you work on my ya to money. Yeah.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa. Sktv, the best in Mama Liberia. Must hold by the lofa and grandbaza.
There are things we can do. We bring in good news and we give it to you. We touch it for podcast and connecting people and culture from here and up out of the globe. Foreign people who waiting to sell. The flesh that time and the efforts are rest. The broadcast we giving a real and the premise from best. The world with my life we have here. From Grandfather Nima to Lufa, from Riverside, River G to Chile, from Grand Crew, Bombing, Kidman, Montserrat, San to Bacalu, from Maryland, Bonk to the Mikey B. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB. We the best in the land, yeah, LIB.
Sktv, the best in Liberia. Sktv, the best in Africa.